This project is not for everybody. It's for a few.
What does it mean to make an iconic building now? What does that even mean? The idea fits into the legacy and is thinking about the legacy of design and architecture in Sao Paulo. What's really exciting about this project for us is thinking about it and how it fits into history. And this project is really a pinnacle of what we can do through that lens in design, in architecture. And I do think this project is so unique. And again, though, is so tied to our time now, but referencing important history of architecture and design in Sao Paulo that for sure it will become an icon in Sao Paulo in the future. I'm Michael Volk with Gensler, lead architect for 280 Art Boulevard.
A gente pensou o 280 Art Boulevard desde o início como uma grande escultura, né? Ele tem, acho que como grande argumento de projeto, essa visão escultural de um projeto. Você tem essa visão perimetral de 360 graus. Isso para nós cria uma oportunidade única de criar uma forma escultural e poder explorar isso da melhor maneira possível. Eu sou Michel Rick, da Zin Arquitetura, arquiteto do projeto 280 Art Boulevard, em colaboração com a Gensler.
I think the beauty of good architecture should be that it feels effortless. So we really hope that you don't see the complexity, that it feels effortless, that it feels integrated in the neighborhood, and that it wants to feel like on year 1 and year 20 and 30 that it fits very well into that environment. I'm Olivier Sommerhalder with Gensler in Los Angeles, lead designer of 280 Art Boulevard.
A gente havia sido informado que houve concorrência desse terreno junto a investidores, a incorporadores, quando então a Banks teve, junto com o seu grupo, a satisfação de poder vencer. Nós fomos convidados a participar de um concurso junto com outros escritórios internacionais, escritórios aqui em São Paulo. Nós da Zien temos uma longa relação com a Gensler. Essa é uma combinação bastante interessante, porque a gente traz o melhor do design internacional, o melhor do know-how da Gensler, que é a maior empresa de design do mundo, junto com a nossa capacidade de desenvolver design localmente. Foi muito prazeroso, muito desafiador trabalhar no concurso pelas características do projeto, mas logo que a gente começou a desenvolver a ideia, a gente sabia que a gente tinha ali alguma coisa com bastante potencial para desenvolvimento. Entre o design original e, de fato, o edifício que a gente percebe, que a gente conhece hoje, teve uma evolução muito grande. Eu diria que a gente teve 3 ou 4 grandes versões de projeto, para que de fato a gente chegasse na solução que fosse satisfatória para todo mundo no projeto.
We are an international American firm, designing a project in Sao Paulo. So we want to be very respectful, of the location. And so it's always for us, kind of a fine line to strike. We're working abroad, in having it be, a distinctly local project, but still have an international flair to the architecture.
The form of the building and the language of the building, as I think is really a result of us trying to search for a language that suits contemporary times in Sao Paulo.
We wanted to have a shape that feels it comes out of the diagram, essentially of the shape of the site, which is very unique, and wanted to accentuate that.
A versão que a gente desenvolveu, dentre todo esse processo de experimentação, a gente chamou carinhosamente de loop, justamente porque ele tem essa arcada, né, justamente entre a base do projeto e o topo da torre. E foi quando a gente desenvolveu os grandes atributos dessa escultura, né? Ou seja, ele tem na extremidade um grande embasamento, né, que começa a desenvolver verticalmente para cima, onde a gente tem uma inclinação negativa, fazendo com que os apartamentos de cima sejam maiores do que os apartamentos da base.
Surrounding the building, you have, with a singular move, you have this large cloth, so this brise-soleil, which is surrounding it. It shields essentially from the sun. You know, it creates this microclimate on the terraces, but also really helps for privacy for the residents inside or also on the balconies of the residents. And it really has a performance aspect also, you know, to be able to temper the climate that you have in your building, and creates also the signature move or element that makes the building then very recognizable.
So the inner skin, the glass skin, is the transparency layer. It's also the environmental layer that holds most of the energy. It also is that layer that's operable that allows us to let in ventilation. That's in a way the most simplistic layer. The second skin, which is a series of thin aluminum louvers, screen the inner volume for the residents and gives them control over how much privacy they want. As you enter the building, you're actually entering from the garden side, right, from the north side of the building. So you're immediately coming from green into a quiet space, a really serene space. And then as you move up, and the building, it reveals itself, you see that you've remained within this green space. Every time the lift opens, it's opening to this great view over the tree canopies, and you're surrounded by terraces of green. So that idea of kind of living in your villa in the sky is what everyone experiences from the minute they enter to a serene and quiet space filled with nature.
Você tem uma sensação de casa com quintal, com verde, com muitas vegetações, com frutíferas, tudo aquilo que remete a uma casa de campo, só que ao mesmo tempo dentro da cidade, dentro do cenário urbano. Isso para mim é muito luxuoso. Eu sou Alex Hanazaki, responsável pelo paisagismo do 280 Art Boulevard. Quando esse projeto chegou até mim, eu claramente já percebi que ele tinha umas linhas arquitetônicas extremamente arrojadas, da qual o paisagismo teria um papel muito importante para essa arquitetura. A gente utilizou bastante ali das vegetações nativas brasileiras. Então, muito jacarandá, muito ipê, porque eles vão trazendo florações diferentes e empregando cenários diferentes ao decorrer do ano. Então é uma arquitetura que vai ter movimento, uma arquitetura que vai ter cenários diferentes. É como se fosse uma pintura que fosse mudando e com isso definindo as estações do ano. Então eu acho que realmente esse projeto é inovador. Acho que o grande destaque para esta piscina é a própria ousadia nos seus acabamentos, na sua estampa, onde a gente queria também trazer um traçado inovador, um traçado diferente, que compunha com o cenário, com o seu horizonte e com as linhas do próprio edifício.
I'm George Yabu.
And I'm Glenn Puschelberg from Yabu Puschelberg. We are the design firm designing the interiors for 280 Art Boulevard in Sao Paulo. I think that the exciting thing for us is interpreting the Brazilian mood from a foreigner's standpoint. That was, I think, our personal mission for the project, not trying to copy or replicate what had been done before in Brazilian design and architecture, but what is the new voice that still feels it belongs in the Jardim area of Sao Paulo?
Our participation in this straddling the exterior and the interior, we wanted to make sure that we were aware of the presence of art and the influence of art locally. And so that was important for us to insert large, bold pieces of furniture that, to me, is parallel to what those forms are in a smaller scale, as you say, Mr. Niemeyer's beautiful structures. So I wanted our part to be a seamless part of this whole, rather than us interfering and intervening into the project.
And I think that, Brazilians, as we know them, are very proud people, and to do something that felt is the essence of Brazil, but of us was of the highest quality and sense of luxury in a modern way, was really what we were trying to capture, because I do think there are many Brazilians, especially these new generations of wealth, that want to feel they belong in Brazil, not in a transplanted place from Europe as an idea. So we think that this will become a very special project because of that. It feels natural to the place. And we wanted to create an environment that manifests living in a natural Brazilian, joyous way.
In this project, you never feel isolated. Every day, that pathway feels different. Depends on where you look, how you feel looking down. And that's the beauty of that. Going in reverse direction looks really different again.
We think about what are the new materials today that present a new luxury for a younger, more spirited customer that we believe this project is looking for. This is not a project of hundreds of homes. This is a project of a few homes for very special people. And we needed to find the materials that represented the new sense of luxury and that felt natural to Brazil.
How we connect further to the outside, I think we use natural materials. Obvious from nature, you bring them inside and there's a direct connection. The beauty is the same furniture style and material can work on both sides of an invisible divide between nature outside and what we created inside the built environment. When I first went to the site, I thought, wow, this is a challenge. It wasn't linear, it wasn't rectilinear, it wasn't square. It wasn't even a triangle. But if it's easy, then it wouldn't be unique.
The Jardim on one side, Itaim on the other, and the view to Paulista, you can directly see in how the building is shaped. Amazing sight and really inspiring.
Que a primeira forma que a gente se conecta com esse entorno, com essas galerias de arte, com esses museus que a gente tem ali, é a própria linguagem do edifício. Ele em si é uma grande escultura, né? E isso faz com que a gente consiga se conectar com esse universo de arte, de escultura, enfim, de paisagismo que a gente tem muito rico ali no entorno do edifício.
The iterations that we go through, this is a normal process in almost all projects, but what it really needs is actually a visionary client, like banks and the client group are. They have really high aspirations and expectations, and we're very supportive for the design team too to continue to come back with ideas. So in this case, that kind of triangle between Gensler, Zien, and Banks, I think got us to where we needed to be at this pinnacle that this project represents.
When I first met the client, Banks, I thought, oh, this is going to be, I had that feeling immediately, this is going to be a really good relationship because they want the same things that we want. And so we were perfectly aligned for that.
What was interesting working with Banks is that they had a very high ambition for the project. And it is very nice as an architect to work with ambitious clients.
What is the best place to work to get a great project? It's actually not about place, it's about having a great relationship with the client. When you have a great relationship with the client, there's a synergy that happens, there's a mutual respect.
Então, sem dúvida, para se ter uma obra em conjunto, é muito importante que tenha um entrosamento entre todos os escritórios, para que o resultado saia homogêneo, como se tivesse saído de uma única prancheta.
A gente espera que o 280 Art Boulevard, ao final, para os moradores, para quem viver nesse edifício, que ele seja memorável.
O projeto arquitetônico, com certeza, vai ser um marco arquitetônico e, assim sendo, uma obra de arte no cenário paulista.
I know we're going to slay this dragon and come up with something unique.
And I think we succeeded, and we'll see it as a built product. So it will be a unique experience to live in.
And it's about that legacy of architecture, right? I'm super excited to see this coming up out of the ground now.
This is the magic of the project. This project is not for everybody. It's for a few.